What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video you'll find a lot of free education. Make sure to subscribe because every week I share some free education here on my YouTube channel. Now, as you know, I'm mainly a smart money trader. My strategies are based on smart money, but we need to talk about it for a second. Smart money has great concepts, but at the same time, as you know, 90% of traders are still losing money, and you might wonder why they're still losing money. Of course, psychology has a role in this, but also I will say that smart money by itself is not something that makes you profitable. The concepts are great, but by itself they don't make you profitable. Actually, constructing and developing a system that works and has an edge on the market is what really makes the difference. I hope that you can really find the informations that you need in order to become successful just by looking at my free channel, but at the same time, in the description below, you can find the links to actually join my course. My course, both the 1.0 and also the 2.0, is included with any membership from the monthly all the way to the lifetime, or also there is the option to have some one-on-one lessons. So make sure to check my website, and then I'll see you on the video. Let's get started. Let's go over some pairs. First, I will look at the lower time frames if there is anything interesting based on lower time frames setups. Lately, I've been focusing a lot more on lower time frames because of market conditions. I'm not really liking the latest market conditions in order to really be on higher time frames a lot. So I'm focusing on lower time frames mostly. But of course, after that, we will also take a look at higher time frames. So let's get started with EURGBP. For now, I don't see anything interesting on lower time frames. Keep in mind, on lower time frames, later on higher time frames, we will check it out. GBP/USD quickly, not anything very interesting except this supply right here. Now, I really like this supply for more reasons. First of all, we have this inducement of all the people that think this is a change of character and therefore will try to go long. Second of all, this is an order block that manipulates and breaks structure to downside. Same time, I'm looking for sells above this internal liquidity. So this can be our setup for GBP/USD. Let's take a look and let's see how it plays out. Now, 1 minute confirmation will really help in this scenario. NZD CAD, not really interested for now. I'm waiting for this high to be taken out. I would say that these are about equal highs, waiting for this high to be taken out to the upside, and then I will look for better confirmations in order to get involved. For now, I'm not interested. EURGBP, same. I don't like the market structure that it has been formed on lower time frames. But again, later we will take a look at higher time frames for a better understanding. Gold, I'm not interested in gold at all. And US13, the same. I don't like this push during Asian range. So let's go back and focus on higher time frames. Perfect. So on higher time frames on Euro USD, we can notice that, of course, we are in a strong downtrend. We've been in a strong downtrend for a very long time. So overall, we are in this downtrend. This is the overall order block that I take into consideration. But at the same time, we need to keep in mind that we were at a key psychological level right here, and it was rejected with a very strong move. Now, currently, looking at the most current market structure, we are bullish right here. Now, the reason why I keep an eye on lower time frames mostly is because it has been decades since the Euro USD pair didn't go this low.
Therefore, I prefer being on lower timeframes and catching faster moves rather than focusing on higher timeframes key areas, which can be manipulated easily and might not hold very easily because of the current market conditions. So going back and looking at this 1 hour setup, what I see right here is not a change of character, but I see a manipulation to the downside, tapping into this hidden demand area that if I go on the 30 minutes, let me see better, there we go. And a possible setup below Asian liquidity. So now I go on the 3 minutes and I know that I would prefer seeing a bullish setup forming during New York session today. So the high in control that broke this structure to the downside, let me delete this thing. What is the move that broke structure to the downside? It is this move that starts from here. So I need to see that supply broken to the upside, basically. Once we break this supply to the upside, which is not this one, but it is this one, this is where the move starts to break to the downside. Once this breaks, then I will look for bullish entries to the upside. Let's wait and see how it plays out. There are some questions. Let's see. So we can use the strategy on 5 minutes for higher timeframes and look for confirmation on 1 minute. Checking the 1 hour and 15 minutes bias, yes. Yesterday, GBP USD after fake chalk didn't hold. Yes, it's okay. It happens sometimes. Yesterday there was a good setup on GBP USD, but it didn't hold. That's okay. Okay, GBP USD tapped into the key area. Let's go on the 1 minute. Take a look. This can be a good trade for all the people that enter aggressively, but I personally don't ever enter aggressively, so I will just wait. Now, NZCAD, let's go on higher time frames. As I said already, we need to go above this high. And at the same time, I would say that we are extremely bearish right here with this break structure to the downside. This high is the high in control. Right, that's the high in control, and at the same time we just grabbed this internal liquidity right here, double top internal liquidity. So we can have sells can form anywhere from here. After grabbing internal liquidity, you know, we went for external liquidity, now we went for internal liquidity. Sells can happen anywhere from this supply to the extreme supply. Now, the extreme, of course, has higher probabilities, but at the same time, if we're looking for some intraday setups, it would be great, since we are at this strong supply, to see a push to the upside, breaking this liquidity high, and then good confirmation taking place. Now, there are also some hidden supplies right here, but the key stays on lower time frames for today for these setups. EURGBP, all these annotations are from my backtesting. EURGBP, I see a nice manipulation to the upside of this high. At the same time, I see this type of V formation, which usually is not a confirmation, and we usually continue to the downside. So I really like what I'm seeing. At the same time, we tapped into this supply right here, the whole move from to the upside before breaking to the downside. right here, supply, and at the same time we are above the Asian range right here. So there was not a good confirmation because there was not a very good market structure formed. The only market structure that we had was right here, and the previous low to break was this one. Now we broke it with this move, so this will be confirmation, but there was no possible entry. So I will keep an eye on EURGBP to enter sells. Gold